Yo, John, what's for lunch?
Chicken Shawarma Bowl, baby. Come on.
Let's get cooking.
I'm a private chef, cook for money, yeah.
Guys, welcome back to What's for Lunch. John Summit,
How we doing?
welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you.
So, we're doing Chicken Shawarma Bowl. Nice and healthy.
Yes.
Are you, like, is that your name of the game right now? Health food, health center?
I live a very non-healthy lifestyle on the weekends with all the parties, so I like to balance it out with a nice healthy meal during the week.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to do a little choose your own adventure here because I didn't know exactly how you wanted it. So we can go classic. I have some chicken here. That's going to be the base. And then if you want, we can do, I have some sweet potatoes that are roasting in the oven. You want to roast sweet potatoes. We have some lettuce, some tomatoes, some onions. So we can kind of go wherever, and then we're going to make a tzatziki sauce to go
Easy.
with. Perfect. All right, so first things first, we have our chicken thighs here. This seasoning super easy. It's some coriander, some cumin, a little bit of turmeric. So that goes on our chicken, and then a little bit of olive oil. What was before you were DJing, back when you were working your desk job? Like, what was the routine like as far as staying healthy, staying fit? Eating?
I was also pretty broke, so I was pretty much just eating eggs and microwavable rice was my go-to, and just mix it all in together.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm pretty easy pleased when it comes to food. Not gonna lie.
What's it like? I've always wondered this. When you're like, are you partying while you're DJing, or is it like work? You're not. Like, is it split 50-50?
I am very known to be partying while DJing, and I've been trying to tone it down lately. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard not to when you have just the tequila everywhere and everyone's having a good time. But you have a little bit too much, you kind of forget how to DJ, which I think the same would happen if you drink a little too much while cooking.
It's the exact same.
Yeah. Do you ever drink wine or anything?
Oh yeah, all the time. Okay. I was working in France for a little bit, and over there,
nice.
the head chef there is like something out of a movie where it's
like got a ratatouille or some shit.
Even more like meaner than that guy. Yeah, like the short guy. But he liked to hit the booze like pretty early, and
no way.
So sometimes if you're the kid in the kitchen, he's like, you're drinking. I'm like, all right.
Is his job just to get drunk and yell at people, pretty much?
Kinda, yeah. And then when shit doesn't go right, it's never his fault. So that's I guess once you get to that level, that's how it is. So our chicken's gonna go in here. We're gonna start just cooking this off. We're gonna go a little higher heat on this. All right. Now, how are your knife skills? I'm gonna have you chop. We're gonna get you chopping here.
I hold my knife like an absolute idiot. Which way I go? This way? This way?
So we're going this way. And with the knife, the best way to hold it is you grip it like thumb and finger here. Is doing all you're left-handed.
Yeah.
Okay. And then with you can. All right. I don't want you to lose a finger. Your hands are very important to DJing right here. So we gotta go slow. There you go. Yeah. But if you tuck these hands like
no, I just see you guys go like.
Yeah.
Well, wanna,
You can do this.
Oh, there we go.
It's all about that front knuckle. This knuckle's like your guide, so you never go above this, because if you go above this, then you cut. But if you keep it on the knuckle like this.
Wait, I'm cutting my knuckle?
So this knuckle.
Yeah.
Put that in front and do a little curve right here.
In front of that doesn't make any sense.
Right here, like this.
Okay.
So like, but now put your finger on it like the nail, and now go a little further back. So now this knuckle's the guide. You never go above that.
See, this is definitely how you cut a finger off, but.
There you go. Yeah. You got it. Look at those nice thin slices right there. Did you ever mess up DJing? I guess it goes to the same question.
Yeah.
Does anyone ever notice though? Like,
only if I make it obvious, but I guess a good DJ can cover up their fuck ups, but some of my fuck ups get some bad.
Okay.
But it's pretty normal, it's live music.
Yeah. I was at your show actually. I was in Lake Tahoe at the end of February.
No way.
I went to that show.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I was amazed just by you had the shows, but then you popped up on the mountain like twice. You were in the tram. I was like, dude, your work ethic. I was like, you never stop.
Yeah, I did like 8 shows over 2 days. That was nuts.
Does that get like draining on you, or does I bet. But then you like to ski, obviously.
Yes, exactly.
So
but I mean, it's like if you love what you do for a job, it's not work. It's kind of that mentality. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
But eventually, it feels like work. Like
of course, yeah.
All right, so these we're gonna do a quick pickle on. So just vinegar goes in here, a little champagne vinegar, and then a little bit of salt. And these will sit aside. They're not gonna fully pickle, but they're gonna, you're gonna see them start to break down. The color's gonna change a bit. Now with garlic, what you want to do is we don't really care how thin, because what we're gonna do is gonna crush it at the end. So I want you just to go thin slices like this. And if you want to go fast, that knuckle again is the guide.
Yeah.
Never go above that. That's when you cut it off.
So we want it really thin, or you don't want it?
You want it thin. You want it thin.
Cool,
but if you mess it up, it's not the end of the world, because I got a little trick to show you.
All right, I'm gonna use my knuckle here.
Now what we're gonna do? You put salt on it, and then the salt's gonna act as like a grinder.
That's a lot of salt right there.
Yeah, but it's gonna grind it in. So now you just
Okay.
keep moving it like this, and we're gonna make like a paste almost. Did you always know you wanted to be a DJ? Was that always
In college, yeah, because I was DJing in college and it was fucking awesome. But then I never thought, like in a million years, I could do it as a full-time job or be successful at it. So this has been kind of a fever dream.
At what point did you like realize? Obviously, probably when you quit your day job, but like,
yeah. When I left the day job, I got fired from the day job.
Okay.
It was I definitely wasn't successful, but it kind of forces you, just throws you in the deep end. And you gotta figure it out. And then it probably took like a year and a half from there for the music to start really popping off.
Okay.
So, but that was like all day, every day, kind of releasing music and stuff.
Were you like before DJing, like were you musically talented beforehand? Like were you music heavy growing up?
Musically inclined, but I'm not like good at like playing instruments and stuff. But I'm very good at like the program and the software on computers now. So yeah, you really don't have to know how to play an instrument to be able to make music, which is awesome nowadays.
Oh really?
Yeah, but you can learn music theory online and everything though. Too.
Right.
So I do know music theory very well.
But I feel like you still have to have like the ear for it.
Yes,
like,
of course.
What sounds good, what doesn't. That's always.
It's kind of hard to like train taste in that sense. So I don't know if it's something you're born with or just something you kind of just really figure out.
I think it's probably a little bit of both.
What about like tastes when it comes to cooking? Like, do you think people are born with it, or do you think it's a trained sense?
I always compare cooking to like singing, drawing, dancing. Like I think some people can innately do those things.
Yeah.
Cooking's in the same vein.
But you can still train yourself enough to.
But cooking's easiest to learn. I think anyone can learn how to cook. Like I'll never learn how to sing. I can't.
Don't say that.
I've tried.
Really?
I'm tone deaf. I got something going on. I can't. But I think you can take someone that knows no cooking and teach them.
Okay.
I think some people just know. Oh, this needs that. Like. And through repetition, but
I do consider, so I'm like a producer is what I do for making music, and it's all about putting together the right ingredients, so it's a very cooking-like mentality.
Right.
So that's how like I see it as.
Yeah, no, I think they're very, very similar. I mean, they're both like, it's an art form.
If you need to add a little bit more hats, it's like adding a little bit more salt, I don't know.
Right. All right, I'm going to have you, we're going to cut some mint up here.
Yeah.
So with mint, you kind of just want to bunch it up, and then we're doing the same. This time you can just do a rock. I guess you're left-handed, so you're just doing a rock chop. It's cool. And then I'm gonna get the dill.
How's a rock chop?
There you go. Yeah. You're rocking back and forth.
Okay.
Perfect. But if you hold your knife like this with your thumb and finger on that, you're gonna have more control. And I really, go slow. I don't. If you get cut on the show, this will be the end of What's for Lunch. Was there ever a point when you were making music where you're like, when you first started?
Yeah.
Where you're like, I don't know if this is gonna work. Or
yeah. No, it took years. Probably it was like 3 to 4 years before I made a song I was proud of.
Really?
Yeah. Well, just because you compare it to your references, right? And you think it's good, and then you listen to like other music, you're like, fuck, I have so much work to do. Which I guess you can compare it to a meal, right? You're proud of a meal, and then you should go to a restaurant and you try something else, you're like, fuck, I wish I was that good. I don't know.
Do you ever put a song out and go, oh, that could have been better, like after the fact, or is it once you're happy?
Yeah, I mean, you can't think like that though, because once it's out into the universe, it's like, it's out there. And yeah, but then I'll do like updated edits and VIP works and stuff, so when I play live. But I am very proud of my stuff that I have.
Yeah, it's amazing to see, and I feel like, are there a lot of songs that you think are like, oh, that's fine, that ended up being more popular than you thought, or you kind of have a gauge of what's going to pop off?
That's a good question. I have a pretty good gauge, because then if I really know, I'll really like put effort into promoting and stuff. Like when I made Where You Are, I knew that was a fucking hit, and I told everyone, I'm like, this is a hit, and then 90% of people don't believe me. But then I just keep telling them that.
Okay, so in here we have grated cucumber, mint, dill, and then lemon juice. And the easiest way to juice any kind of citrus, take the back of a spoon or a fork, stick it in the middle, and you just rotate it around like this, and you'll get all the juices out. And then we keep it up like this to try to avoid any seeds. But as I say, that one fell in. You spoon it out. If you want to give that a mix, go for it.
Yes, sir. So what's this right here?
So that's the tzatziki sauce. So Greek yogurt.
Oh, so I'm making this all from scratch.
Oh yeah, Greek yogurt, that garlic that you minced up, and then a little bit of mint, a little bit of dill. It's as easy as that, and some fresh lemon juice. And we'll put some salt in there.
There we go.
A little bit of black pepper. Let's give that a try.
All right.
I think it needs a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit of vinegar in here, a little more twang.
See, I would have never thought vinegar would be needed a little bit.
It brightens it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Thank you. Half that was you. That's your work right there.
I'll take the credit.
Let's cut up some tomatoes. How hard do you think it is to break into the DJ scene now? Is it much harder than when you started, or is it the same?
Well, it depends like what level you want to be, right? Like if you just want to play local clubs, it's not that hard. I don't think. You just gotta meet the right people, put in the time and effort to make the right mixes, and and actually make music.
Do you have a
It took me like 8 years to get there, so.
Does it feel faster though? Does it feel like or did you feel like it's taking, like, did it feel steadily progressive? Like, oh, now
I never really slowed down at all, so. And then every single different month, it's like been a new win. Like, and I don't know how it just keeps going. Like last month, I did like the sphere for the first time,
That's
and that was
insane.
awesome. And then I do that, and then I get off the deck, so I'm like, all right, what's next? What else big can I do?
All right, so quinoa's done. We're just gonna give it a fluff, perfect, right? Like just like this, and that is gonna be our base here. Okay, and then some fresh tomatoes are gonna go right here, and then I'm gonna have you put. We have some nice. This is Maldon salt, so this you only use when you're finishing a piece of meat or steak. But tomatoes always pop a little more with a little bit of salt. So take a little bit of that flaky salt.
How much am I going here?
You can go just a pinch, yeah, just right on those tomatoes. I'm gonna cut up a little bit of lettuce here, and then that's it, and we're done.
Oh, let's go.
What advice would you try to give somebody that's not even in the DJ scene, but just like a young kid that's sick of their, their desk job?
Maybe they're like very creative or something.
Right, that thinks they have a chance to do it.
I mean, just find your passion and go for it. So let's say if you really love like vlogs and YouTube, just start doing your own. It doesn't even matter what it is. You just gotta like start creating and putting things out there. You gotta be fucking persistent though, and then you have to not care about like friends thinking you might be cringe or whatever, because you're probably gonna suck when you start.
Yeah, dude, that's the biggest thing. I think people don't realize that want to become like a creator or creative or in this space is that for the first 4 or 5 years, probably no one's gonna watch. Like, you have to really, because that's the same thing when I started doing cooking videos back in college. I was in the basement of, I went to Wisconsin, basement of a bar, and 500 people would watch and be like, that's awesome, I got 500 views on that.
Yeah, I fucking made it. That's what I thought too when I got my first 100 likes on SoundCloud. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna go start touring now.
But it's nice, like once you start like that, like there's always a ladder. I feel like success, you never fully feel it. You go, okay, what's next?
No, literally.
But that's the beauty of it, because then you're never complacent and you're always growing and you're always.
And then one day when we're old in our rocking chairs, we'll look back and be like, damn, that was good.
Exactly.
Did some dope shit.
All right, and then our sweet potatoes here are coming out, and this will finish it off.
Yep.
Nice and warm.
There we go. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, something healthy, and this is quick and easy.
How we do the tzatziki sauce.
So that's I'll let you do the honors of that.
I think I'm just gonna fuck this up though.
Just drizzle it on. Right. There's no way to fuck it up.
All right,
It'll look good no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
You can tell I have zero experience cooking.
No, hey.
Maybe that'll be my next venture.
Yeah, I have zero experience making music. So if you saw me try to do anything,
we can switch roles.
Maybe next time I'll learn how to make a simple beat or something. We'll go from
start
there.
somewhere.
And there we go. Let me get you a fork.
Oh, am I gonna give it a review or something here?
You can take a bite. If it's terrible, you let the people know, and then
if it's terrible, it's my fault.
I'll go
don't
sit
worry.
and cry in the corner.
Mr. Tzatziki sauce. I'm saying this totally wrong. How do you say it again?
Tzatziki. You said it right. You said it right.
Yeah. Wow, this is good.
That's all you need to know right
there.
Oh yeah. And it's healthy. And look, now you can eat this and go do a 7-hour DJ set.
Exactly. I'll feel good with myself after this.
You'll feel great. Well, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of What's for Lunch. John Summit.
Awesome.
Thank you for being here,
Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.